All right, this is part 3 of the other video because I had to cut it. All right, this is the name that I got for my future daughter, which is interesting because I know I looked this up before, so I know God has given me this name before. It's just I forgot. But anyways, it is. My hair is bugging me. Hold on. Alright, so it's called. The first name is, because of everything I was looking up, I liked the word heart in Hebrew, which is lev. And I looked that up. And it stuck out to me, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get that name. And it says lev. It means heart, but in biblical and traditional usage, it also represents a person's mind, will, and inner self. A deeper meaning in Hebrew is the control center. Ancient Hebrew thought did not separate emotion from logic. The lev, which is the heart, is where you think, understand, and make choices. The true self. It stands for your conscience, deepest desires, and moral character. As a name, a modern given name, lev, symbolizes life, emotions, and compassion. Though in Slavic languages, it continuously means lion. And since it meant lion, I was like, ooh, because I had a dream before about lions before. Like, I was surrounded by so many female. I think they're called something else, not lions. I forget what they're called. But I was surrounded by them, and it reminded me of that. And I was like, you know what? A good word for that is strength. Maybe I should look up strength, because maybe I could give them a middle name for strength. And so I looked that up. I looked up the word strong. And it ended up showing up different options. And one of them was the option which is AZ. And it means fierce and mighty. So I looked up as AZ, and there was 2 different meanings depending on the Hebrew spelling. One means strong, fierce, or mighty, and the other means then or at that time, which I thought was interesting. So I put the whole name together, which is Lev, Az, and my last name, Amaya. So it would mean heart, at that time, God's people. And I put it in initials, which is La, which is Laa. And I looked up what that meant in Hebrew, because I didn't think it would be a word, but I still looked it up. And it was a slang word for no, like no way. But the Hebrew verb meaning was to be weary, which comes from the root word la'ach. I think I'm pronouncing that right. To be exhausted, tired, or impatient, which is what I've been lately. And also what I believe God's people have been. I feel like God's people are really tired. And anyways, going back to the whole name, it would be Lev, Az, Amaya. The abbreviation would be Laa, La, as La'ach. So it would mean heart at that time, God's people worry, exhausted, tired, or impatient. And I feel like I have been like that. And I feel like that's how God's people are right now too. Like their hearts are at this time weary. They're tired, they're exhausted, and they're impatient. And I just thought that was interesting that God like made me click that name, because I rarely ever like names for babies. Like I don't go out of my way to look for them. If I just read something, or while I'm reading my scriptures, if something pops up, then I'll be like, oh, I feel like that's calling out to me. Like the last time when God gave me my son's name. I don't have a son right now, but like my future son. And I was reading the Bible, and he gave me his name. So I know his first name, his middle name, and his last name. And this one popped out like that too, but it was more through looking up definitions. And then I really thought that was like, what? When I looked up as strength, but then it ended up having a different meaning, and it connected with how I was feeling currently. If I connect it through the name, like hard at that time, God's people weary, like tired and patient. And I'm just like, dude. And I know that back in the day, people would name their kids, like in the Bible, people would name their kids after what they have experienced or what they were feeling, or God's blessings and stuff like that. So I thought it was interesting that this whole name describes how I am feeling currently in my situation, and how I am, how I'm going through all of it and dealing with it, which is I'm feeling really tired, I'm feeling weary, I'm feeling impatient, and I am God's people, and that's how my heart feels, you know. And I genuinely feel like that's how all of God's people feel right now. Like that's how we feel right now. So yeah, I just want to do a little prayer real quick for God's people. Nothing special, you know, just a quick prayer. Hopefully it is special. May God hear it as something special, so he helps them, helps all of us. Lord Almighty, Jesus Christ, who reigns over the heavens and heaven's armies, I ask that you bend down your ear and hear my prayer as I ask you to help all of your people, Lord, all of God's people, those who have called you theirs, who have claimed you as their God, their one and only, in Jesus' mighty name. The ones who are not backsliding, the ones that are not going and worshiping other gods, causing you sadness, causing you sorrow, causing wisdom sorrow by not following your words, in Jesus' mighty name. I ask that you help them, that you encourage them, that you strengthen them, that you let them know that you are there with them, even through all of their suffering, even through all of the trials they are going through, even through all of some deaths that might be happening, some things that they might be losing, things that are stolen, taken away. I ask that you remind them that you are there with them, that you bring them peace, and that you sustain them, Lord Almighty. I ask that for all who are your people, you provide food and water for them, for those who are truly yours, Lord Almighty. Only those who are truly yours. Let your will be done, Lord Almighty, because I don't want to interfere in any plans you have set. I don't want my prayers to cause people who are going through their trials to have to suffer more, because I am praying for them to be helped instead of them overcoming what they are going through right now. So let your will be done, Lord, but please help your children, encourage them, strengthen them, give them wisdom, give them understanding. Let your words, your scriptures run through their heads constantly, their hearts constantly, so they are reminded that you are with them, and they can think of your scriptures, of your promises, so that of promises of old that you have already fulfilled, so they can look forward and know that you are a God who keeps promises no matter how long it takes. I know I need that type of prayer, because I have been impatient as well, waiting for my promises to come true. So I ask that you help them, Lord, in Jesus' mighty name. And anyone who is starting their journey and seeking you and have claimed you as theirs, Lord, if they are struggling with removing themselves from their old ways, their earthly ways, I ask that you cut off anything that is making them struggle, whether it's people, whether it's jobs, whether it's the environment they're in. I ask that you separate them from those things and place them in an environment, in a job, and around people who will encourage them in their journey and who will give them wise wisdom when it comes to your word, so that they do not stumble and they are not led astray. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. All right. Anyways, that's it.